everyone, welcome to the May 2021 MoneyMaker webinar. I'm your host Alexa from the GoDaddy Reseller team. It's so nice to see everyone joining us live. We'd love to get an idea of who's in here, so go ahead and post in the chat where you're at. Bonus points if you're in Southern California like me or in Philly like our guest speaker.
Woo-woo! Woo-woo! Philly! Philly! Make some noise, Philly! Make some noise, Philly! Yeah!
Speaking of which, we're switching it up today. This is the first time we've invited an actual reseller to join us as a guest speaker, and I'm honestly so excited because this feels so new and fresh. His name is Sir Anthony Spees, and he owns Websites with Sir, also known as the King of Websites, as you can see behind him.
The King of Websites.
I met Sir through the Top 25 Under 5 program that we have for resellers at GoDaddy. This is an elite group of top performing resellers that have been with us for less than 5 years. So quick success building a reseller business with the GoDaddy program. A couple months ago, after my first call with Sir, it was easy to see why his business is super successful. Besides being an upbeat and positive person, he has really nailed down the experience that he provides to his customers. Plus, when I learned that he owns and hosts his own radio show on air with Sir, it seemed natural to ask if he'd be a guest speaker, and he was generous enough to put together some of his best practices for customer experience, and he's going to share them with us today. Plus, at the end, he's going to share a couple promo codes for prospective resellers and customers on the webinar that allows you to get some discount products. So stay tuned for that. Some quick reminders before I hand it off to him. If you have any questions, please enter them in the Q&A section. We will address them at the end. And I might pull some to answer during the webinar. And everything will be recorded and posted to our YouTube channel, our resource portal, and the webinar events page. And with that, we're ready to go. Take it away, Sir.
Well, thank you for that intro. That was amazing. You know, I was like, who is she talking about? Is she talking about me? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-woo. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks so much for, hopping on this webinar. We have so much stuff to share with you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. All right. We're going to share the screen right now. Let me know when you guys can see that.
We can see it.
All right. Welcome to the kingofwebsites.com, the kingofwebsites.com, the kingofwebsites.com. Always say everything 3 times, right? So let's hop straight into it. I'm going to tell you guys how I turned $500 into 500 websites. So about 8 to 10 years ago-ish. How old am I? 37. Yeah, I was like 25-ish. And I paid someone $500 to build me a website, right? So I waited, I got my website, and I just was like, what is this, So at that time, I didn't understand everything that it took to make a website, the process, and that you had to go back and forth with the designer to get it right. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to build my own website, okay? And I took a year off, and I learned how to build my first website, which was onairwithsir.com. When people saw the website, they were like, yo, who built your website? And I was like, I did. And it was like, can you build me one? I was like, sure. So I built the website for my friend. He paid me $300. And I was like, nah, I can't take your money. You're my friend. He was like, man, no, this is great work. Take the money, take the money. So I took the money. Boom. The second person came. Same thing. Yo, this is great work, man. Take the money. So I was like, okay. And then I sat down and said, this is a business. And then I started building websites, and now we are at 500 plus sites. And like that's how we got started. And then from there, I said to myself, well, if GoDaddy's getting money every month, how can I get money every month, And then from there, I bought my first server. And I did not have the best experience with trying to run my own server and be a designer and do billing and do support and do all the things that GoDaddy does. So I went from host to host trying to find a way to do all of this. Anyway, I come across GoDaddy and they tell me about this reseller program. They're like, look, we take care of all that. You just build and sell. And I'm like, deal. And now we're here, 500 sites in. I have 4 reseller accounts. I have different servers with different partnerships at different locations, so I can keep them all separate. And yeah, that's how I turned $500 into 500 websites.
Like I mentioned, Sir is part of our Top 25 Under 5 program, which means that he he is one of the highest performing resellers within less than 5 years that he's been with the program. So quick success with building your reseller business at GoDaddy. So kudos.
Hey, thank you very much. All right, so 3 ways to get started with me, right? So you can either do it yourself, you can either do it with us, or you can have us do it. So obviously do it yourself. You just, click, you might get the web builder, you might get the WordPress, you just do it yourself. You don't talk to us ever. All right. Build it with us means that you will go ahead and put everything on your website, put all the content in, build it to the best of your ability. Then when you're done, you're going to log out. We're going to log in and clean it up for you. Okay. And the last one is have us do it, which is basically have us do everything. All right. 3 ways to do it yourself. The web builder, which is my favorite. I love the web builder. It saved my life and it made me a ton of money. That is my main focus is the web builder. Of course, we have WordPress, and of course, we got the cPanel as well for like developers and so forth. And if you build it yourself and clean it up, this is the page where they come. So after they finish actually building their site, they come here to book a appointment, and then we go right in and we clean it up for them. We only give them 1 hour. So we go in for 1 hour and do the best that we can. If you have us build it, you can either pick to have me design it or to have me manage it, right? So I have a team. Shout out to Damir over here. Yep. Damir in the background over here working, right? So, if you want to save money, I pass it off to my team. We have about 7 designers now. So, and, I have them work on it and I manage it. So I see it go in and out. I'm the only person that speaks to the client, right? I have my team just put the content in, design it to the best. Then I come behind, I clean up, I call the client. If there's any changes, I do the changes, right? So the client only talks to me, okay? That's that. All right, everything that comes included with the package if you have us build it. Obviously, 24-hour 7 days a week support from GoDaddy. Now, I love telling people that I'm partnered with GoDaddy. I love telling people that, like if you call this number, GoDaddy picks up. That helps me sell a lot. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? The next thing is 3 phone calls. So you always get a welcome call, which I'm going to go over, which is the hello. And then you also get a content call where we basically preview your content, go over all your content, make sure everything is good. You get your exit call. You get 3 editing sessions. You get a tutorial video. So we make a customized video of each client's website in the back end, showing them where everything is. So they have no questions, and we send that inside the exit email, which is something we're going to go over later as well. You get an SSL certificate. You get a radio interview with me. Of course, we promote you on social. And I got this idea from GoDaddy. Thank you very much. We send a gift box now to our clients, letting them know that their website is live and with, all the little perks in it. And yeah, so that's what you get. Okay. Now the welcome call. Now I always tell my team, we only spend 20 minutes on a phone call with anybody. Okay. 30 minutes max. If you can't tell them everything that they need to know, then you need to work on all the information you're giving them. Okay. The do's and don'ts of the welcome call. The do's: walk them through your site while you're talking to them so they can get familiar with the site. They have the link. They know where everything is, right? So if you're asleep, they can go on there in the middle of the night and check out, buy everything, and just do everything. Plus, they can send it to their friends, all right? Always make them write it down. So anytime someone calls me, I say, look, I need you to pull over, sit down, get a pen, a piece of paper, get some tea. You need to write this information down. This is your website. Don't think it's just like, oh, I need a website and we throw it up. I need you to send a lot of things into me, and I need you to write it with your hand and your eyeballs in the physical realm and make sure that you take these notes. And if you can't do that right now, I'll call you back. I think that that's really important. And then afterwards, I text them to make sure that we talked about the same thing. You're getting 3 pages. These are the pages. This is what we agreed on, X, Y, and Z. Can you reply to confirm that I got it right? If not, I'll resend the message until it's right. So that way we have a whole thread and there's no he say, she say, right? Of course, you could do that with email, but when clients are texting you, it's easier to text. I like to keep everything inside the thread. All right. The don'ts: don't pitch yourself. Let clients come to you, right? It's always different when they come to you, when it's their idea to get a website and they want you to build it, right? But if you're selling yourself this is why I'm the best, the whole experience is different. It's almost like you work for them type of thing. You know what I mean? So let them come to you. And I think that that's like key. Always let them come to you. Do your best to make people come to you with your marketing, with your branding, and like all those things. But make them say, I want you to build it. Because when they want you to build it and only you to build it, they give you time to work on it. If you get a little busy, they don't mind. That's okay. That's okay. Take your time, sir. Take your time. All right. Never go first. So on the phone, I don't go first. The most that I'll say is, hey, tell me about your website idea. Tell me what you want your website to do. And then once they start talking, right, like they'll tell you all the things that they need to hear, all the key points that you need to say back to them. And then also, too, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot with the budget. They may say, listen, my budget is $5,000. I need boom, 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 boom. But if you start talking first and you say, all right, well, our site start off at, 500, then they're like, oh, okay. Cool. That's it. All right, cool. So always let them go first. And we don't accept all offers. All money is not good money. I had to learn that the hard way. All right. Well, if you get that gut feeling, you know what, this client might be a little difficult, or this client don't know what they want, right? If a client calls me and say, I don't know, I just need a website, you got to call me back when you know. Because if you don't know, then how do I know what to build you? Right. And sometimes we'll get wrapped up in wanting the money so bad that we'll be like, oh, I'll figure it out, or I'll do auto population, or I'll go to another site and steal their stuff, or I don't know, but I need the money. So, okay, cool. But no, all money is not good money. That's facts. Okay.
Got it.
Moving on to the next slide, which is payment and account info. So the dues, I always ask for my money up front, the whole thing. I need the full thing up front. Right? Life happens. It let's just say it takes us 2, 3, 4 weeks to build this site. Anything can happen to you. I don't want you holding on to the rest of the money. So you give me everything up front and then I'll build your site. Now, some people feel uncomfortable with that, which, that's fine. I take half up front, non-refundable. You're never getting this money back. So make sure that you want to move forward. The other half, you got to give me when I give you the draft. Not at the end. Once you see the site up and you see us working on it, you got to pay the rest off right then and there. And most of the time, that's in like the first 7 days. All right. Always check the logins and always check the content. So always check everything that they send you, like log into their Gmail, log into whatever they're sending you. If you got to connect their PayPal, or you got to get a donate button, log in while they're on the phone. So if you need to reset something, you can hit the reset button. They can just check their email, reset it, and text it to you, and then you can get in. But you don't want to check the content later and then it don't work. And now you're waiting, you're trying to get on schedule, you waiting for them to email you, and the whole back and forth thing. All right. Those emails that are very annoying, where it's verify you own a domain, verify you own the account, verify this. Do that while you're on the phone with them during this phone call. All right. Now the don'ts. Okay. Don't take a phone call until you have received payment. Now on the first call, right, when you're doing a welcome call, I think it's important that they know everything. Literally at the end, you say, is there anything else? And they say, no, I got it. I know how to pay. I know what I got to do. The next time I talk to you will be after I pay, and then we'll set up the call so we can set up the account. If they do want to talk to you again, because this happens sometimes, right? It's important to understand that that's a consultation. If I already told you everything, you wanting to talk to me again just because you want to feel more comfortable, that's a consultation. So you have to pay separately for that. That's how I do it. All right. And the last thing is I'm actually going to come to that because that's very important. Never hang up without installing the platform. So if you're doing WordPress, install the WordPress while you're on the phone with them setting up the account. If you're doing the web builder, install the web builder and make sure you're ready to design. You're only waiting for content, if anything. Okay. Things can happen if you wait to install that stuff later. And then if you have to get them on the phone, if you got to call GoDaddy on 3-way and all that, do all of that on this phone call. And the last thing, do not set up their account for them. Now, does anybody know why I said that? Put that in the chat. Why should you not set up your client's account for them? Put that in the chat, okay? The reason is that if you do everything for them, they don't know anything. They don't know how to pay the bill. They don't know how to log in. They don't know how to edit. They never seen the site. They have no idea, nothing. And they call you every single time that something is going on because you're the person that created the account. You're the person that made the password. You're the person that did everything. Send them the link and walk them through it. All right.
And posted in the chat. Also, the payment is on you if you set it up for them. So that's so true.
Facts. Thank you so much for that. All right, content. All right, the do's. Now, I always send them a link that tells them everything that we need for the content. So if you was to go to my website, thekingofwebsites.com, you'll see where it says like requirements, and it tells them everything that we need, the about and what to do with the about, the photos and how to submit their photos and all the different things. So I send them that link. So when they're getting their content together, they can go back and look at that link and not call me every time they got a question, right? So that just can, just kill all the extra phone calls. I also do the content review in real time. So I don't check it when they email it to me. I wait for them to email everything to me. And then when we get on the phone, I go through their emails and I just make them wait. So if I have any questions, if they need to send me something else, we could do all that while we're on the phone. All right. I host all media on other platforms like YouTube and SoundCloud and any other platform that I can just to make the site run faster. I think that that's like key. And as far as the don'ts, no email submissions after the first initial time that they submit their content, right? I think that it's important that once they give you everything, that's it. You can't send stuff while I'm building it, right? Because now I'm like, okay, well, I got to add that to the page, and that changes everything because that photo was vertical, this one is horizontal. Okay, the text is not long enough on this side. So once you get everything, that's it. You can't submit anything to me because now I'm going off of that. That's an extra session when we finish. All right. And don't edit their content without their approval. Now, I tell my clients, you got to proofread. You got to make sure you got the commas, you got the caps, everything that you want. We're just going to copy and paste everything onto the website. Now, there's been times where I look at it and I'm saying, okay, obviously there's supposed to be a comma here. Obviously there's supposed to be a cap here. And then I did it. And then the client's like, no, put it back the way I sent it to you. So if you're going to like edit their content, make sure you ask them, hey, is it okay if I do a grammar check on your content? Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the next slide. Shout out to eBunny in the chat. All right, development time. Now it's time to design. All right, so at this point, I already have a draft, right? I call the client, hey, I got your draft. You ready to look at your website? They say, oh my God, yes, I'm so ready. And I say, all right, cool. I'm sending you the link. Now, when you send the link, all web designers, pay attention. When you send them the link, you want to listen to them. They're either going to go, oh my goodness, this is great. Or they're going to say, okay, I'm on it. Now, you know the difference, right? If they say, oh my God, this is great, well, you're good. The website is, technically done. You're just going to do some edits and you're done, right? But if they say, okay, I'm on it, that's not good. Start over. Just delete what you did and start over. You want your clients to go, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But you can't get that if you don't do it on the phone. If you send it to them earlier, of course they can, open it up. They might not be honest. They might not know how to tell you like, oh, I don't know how to tell you. I don't like it. So they're like, oh yeah, I like it. I like it. And then the rest of the, the rest of the time is them like, yeah, can you move that? Yeah, can you move that? And you're just wondering like, what's wrong? They don't like it, but they don't know how to tell you they don't like it, right? So do it on the phone. All right. Make sure you schedule your next phone call while you're on the phone with them, and make sure you text them afterwards to say, hey, I want to make sure that we just did X, Y, and Z. You saw your draft. You said you like this. You said you want me to edit this. Da, 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 da. Can you reply, confirm that everything is good? So that way they can't say, oh, I said this or that. Like you don't want to do the he say, she say, right? And the customer's always right. So whatever they say, they right. All right. The don'ts. Don't check the mobile version while you're building the desktop version. This is key. All web designers know that it's always going to be different. And if you have your client looking at the mobile version, talking about, well, on the mobile is this, and you're like, whoa, we're going to do the desktop first. Once I finish, it might lay out, right. But if it doesn't, then we'll move on to that version. So, let's just keep those two things separate. All right. Don't allow your client access to the back end. Does anybody know why? Drop that in the chat. Don't allow your client access to the back end while you're building. Drop it in the chat real quick. Why shouldn't you allow your client in the back end while you're building? Yes, because they will mess it up. And if they mess it up, then they'd be like, oh, no, I never logged in. I don't know. I don't know. Now you got to start over. right? And it's he say, she say, even if you go into the activity log and pull where they logged in and what they clicked and you show them you were in here, it doesn't matter because your client is always right. Your client is always right, okay? Next, and don't finish the website without your balance, okay? So, you know, if you did half and half, cool. After the draft, I'm not moving on until you pay the rest of the balance, okay? Moving on to the next slide. Editing sessions and ongoing updates. All right, so the do's. One thing at a time. You ever been on the phone like with a client and they're like, oh, and at the bottom it says this, and then on this page it says this, and then the blog it says this, and can you, whoa. One thing at a time. I'm going to do it live, and then after that, you just hit refresh. Live, and then like you just do refresh, done. Okay, we're moving on to the next thing. That's the best way to do it. Schedule your next call while you're on with them. If you have any upsells for them, you know, that's the perfect time to do it right there. And make sure you text afterwards. Hey, this is where we are. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure everything is good. Please reply. All right, the don'ts. Do not let your client lead. You ever have a client trying to tell you what to do? They don't even understand the back end. They don't understand that each page got to load. Then you got to load the builder. Then you got to, no, I'm going to tell you how we're going to go through this so we can get through this the right way. Okay. Don't accept new content during the call. So if I'm already building, you can't say, oh, you know what? I'm going to send you that. Whoa. No. We got to finish what we already agreed on, because now, you know, let's just say it's more money. You don't know how to charge them more. And you're like, well, that's a whole new page, or you don't understand that's going to take another 3 hours. It sounds so simple to you, but it's not, right? So don't allow any new content or new ideas while you're in the middle of the project. Make that version 2. Okay. And then don't research nothing new. Right? So obviously clients get big ideas. Oh, you know what? I just thought about this. Can we add a social network? And then like, I want a guy to walk past the screen and hold up a video and I want it to play. And can we make that happen? Don't say, oh, well, let me find out. No. That's another session. Let's finish what we started. All right. Clients get excited sometimes.
One thing that I'm seeing between all of these processes that you do, sir, is that you set expectations and then you go step by step on your own terms, which I think is huge. A lot of, business owners or other website designers and developers try and please the customer, and they want to make it right for the customer. But sometimes, you know, you have to do things on your own terms because you're the one designing, you're the one creating. So
you're the professional.
Right. They're paying you for your expertise. So I'm definitely seeing that as a theme.
Facts. Thank you very much. The exit email. So now we're done. The website is done. And I send them an exit email. And in this email, it tells them how to log into their site. It tells them their customer number, their password. It also includes that custom tutorial video for their site, showing them the back end of their site. It also gives them all the phone numbers that they need. If you need edits, call this number. If your website is down, call GoDaddy. Don't call me when your website down. Call GoDaddy, right? So giving them all that information, and then of course the FAQs, and then I text them, hey, did you get that exit email? Is everything good? We straight? Thank you so much for your business. Boom. I saved that text thread. And I got all the proof of every step that we did and everything that they said, and we just straight, and I'm good, right? You don't want them to come back and say, oh, remember we said this and that. If it's not in the text, I don't remember, right? I got 100 clients. I can't remember everything I talk to everybody about. So it got to be in the text thread, right? So that's that. Next up, this is a sample of the email right here, just thanking them, letting them know that their site is live, they can log in, and just giving them all the information, also giving them a link to log in as well. This part is so I've had so many websites and so many refunds and so many headaches that I had to put this together. Important things to know, all right? How to log into your website. If you're calling because your website is off or you're calling about billing, you got to call GoDaddy. I have nothing to do with billing. I tell them how to make updates if they want to book with us, if they can't find a customer number, if they can't remember their password, and if they can't find their customer number, how to search their email to find it. We also let them know if your website gets deleted, it's $200 plus to get it back, right? They have to book a 911 session, and 3 ways to avoid getting your website deleted for non-payment. Pay 1 to 2 years upfront. Check your emails every day and update your payment if you lose your card. All right. I put that in there so they can't say they didn't know. All right. Customer service tips real quick. I always tell my people's like, Damir. Come on, man. You got to be faster than that. You got to be faster than that. Okay. I always tell my people like, Damir. Oh my goodness. Damir, man. You about to get fired, man. You about to get fired. Okay. But I always say, listen, always make sure that you repeat before you speak. So when they say something to you, repeat it back just to make sure, because, you know, everybody hears what they want to hear. So repeat it back to make sure that you're very clear. So repeat before you speak. Connection before correction. So as soon as I get on the phone with my clients, I'm like, how's your dog? How's your son? What did you eat today? Are you having a beautiful day? You know, and I make sure that we connect before we start to do anything else. All right. The mute button is God. Okay. I love the mute button because if I have to hit the mute button and say, hey, Damir. Oh my God, this guy. That was almost on point. You know, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready, man.
I give them an A for that one. That one was good.
Oh, okay. Actually, she said she gives you an A for that one. That one was good. That one was good. There we go. There we go. Down there in the building. And then we also have auto reply for the emails, right? So people email you over and over. I don't know if you got it. So I have an auto reply that says, hey, I got it. Only one email at a time. If you continue to email us, you're going to lose your place, right? Because if you keep emailing, and if everybody keeps emailing, then it's pushing it all the way down to the bottom. So just send one email. All right. Project management tools, of course, the CRM. I use Honeybooks. I use Monday.com. And I also use like the GoDaddy Pro like software as well, just to keep things, you know, all together. And a follow-up email or text, like I was saying earlier, always text them afterwards. You just want to make sure we're clear, right? You know, so just making sure of that. Customer service tips. Website hosting and building tips. All right. Always build live with your clients. I like to build live with my clients. There are times where I actually take them out to eat. We'll be at, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory. I tell them order whatever you want. You know, I put that in the budget, you know, and then I build live at the table and show them so they can say yes, no, maybe so. And like we just keep going back and forth. I would say that 80% of the time you can finish the website while you're sitting there eating with them. And they even love you even more. All right. And then if not, you can call them on the phone. Hey, I'm building your website. I just want you to kind of like hop on the phone and, you know, just kind of look at it and just refresh. There's a couple things that I really need to know before I go all in on this one page. All right. Now I'm web builder focused, like I said. So I have a team. And we have a lot of websites coming in, especially because of the pandemic, right? So everybody needs a website. Everybody needs to start an online business now. And everybody needs it now. They need it today, right? So the web builder allows us to do that. Anybody that builds a WordPress knows that it could take a long time to build a WordPress, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, right? Going back and forth. You got to do the plugins. You got to do the theme. You got to like go through all these different things. But the web builder, we can build the web builder here in like 15 minutes. Like from the time we get your content, we can have your whole website done in about 15 to 20 minutes because of Damir. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. But yeah, I'm really focused on the web builder. I love the web builder because it's quick, it's simple, it's easy. Plus it auto populates, right? So it says like, is this a sports website or is this website? And then you click it and it puts all the stuff there for you and you can switch it around and, you know, all that. But I love the web builder because the clients love it even more. It's easy for them to edit. WordPress sometimes, you know, if they're not tech savvy, they're like, this is really difficult. And then they feel like they got to pay you and call you every single time that they want something. Okay, am I here?
Can I join the program? Yes, you are here.
So let's do this. We're not canceling. Ain't nobody going nowhere. All right, everybody relax.
Okay.
Everybody's home, okay? All right, so here we go real quick. Can you just pull up like the last few slides? I'm not going to put my hands up. We only got like 3 slides left, baby. Let's go. We don't cancel nothing. We're professionals over here. Ain't that right down there?
Now my computer.
No, that's cool.
Okay, wait, here we go. Window.
Oh, all right, because
I'm good.
I'll pull it up.
I have
I waited all year for this, baby. I manifested this. We here now.
Share screen. Window.
We here now. We're just gonna take this video and we're gonna edit this video, Alexa, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna slice it up. It'll be better.
Slice this thing up. If you hear the 23 people that's here, you got the exclusive.
For some reason, it's just not allowing me to share.
My phone? No. I'm gonna read it right off my phone. We good. We good. George Bush, what's up, homie? From LA in the building. I'm gonna read it off my phone, Alexa. And everybody that's in the chat, if you want the rest of the slides, there's only about like 3 slides left. You know, we can send it to you or something like that for sure.
Weren't you going to cover your pricing structure? Did you have some pricing tiers? People are asking about that.
Yeah. Yes. We can talk about that. Let me just grab this presentation.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send you guys the slides. I'm sure. So you can share the slides with me, right? And then I can post them.
Facts. Yes, I can.
Okay.
All right. I got it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this thing going. All right. Put it right here. All right. Web hosting tips and building. So I told y'all that I was web builder focused. I told y'all, unlimited from the beginning. That's where they cut off. So unlimited from the beginning. So you know how some people are like, oh, I want the cheapest bill a month. I only want to pay $5 for hosting. Or this company said they got $2 hosting a month. Yeah, but you can only get like 5 visitors, right? Like, and later on you got to upgrade. And what if the upgrade don't go right? Or what if we got to migrate? Or what if you can't go from a cPanel to this or that? So from the beginning, give them what they need from the beginning. Tell them, don't be cheap. Okay, get what you need. Okay. Now I include my retainer inside my hosting. So since in the reseller I can create my own prices, I'll put my retainer price with the hosting. So if you go to my actual store, you'll see like our hosting packages are $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. That's because I don't want to invoice them separately, my fee, and then GoDaddy's charging them and they're getting 2 bills a month. So I like to just put my whole fee inside of the reseller store and get my check from GoDaddy. Okay. The next thing is always build live with your customers. Like I said, we got marketing, promo, and branding tips. So I like to do t-shirts on airwithsir.com. We do have some like we build website shirts as well. Catchy domain forwarding. So I think it's important to get as many domains as you can get and forward them to the same site. So if you type in websiteswithsir.com, that's going to go to the kingofwebsites.com. If you type in any of my domains, they all go to the same place. And sometimes you need a certain domain for a certain place, and certain people like to hear certain words. So I have a whole bunch of domains that all go to the same place. Okay. Social network groups. So I create groups and say, hey, if you in this group and I put something in here, you gonna post it, right? And then like I might do some giveaways in that group or just keep that group a little spicy. So for instance, when we had this webinar, I put them in the groups, and all of those tags and shares came from them groups. Okay, so make sure you get some social network groups. Make sure you treat them right, and yeah, all one name, all one spelling. So it can't be King_websites on Twitter, and then on Instagram it's websites the King, and because I can't get the name, so I got all these different names on all these different platforms. Because what happens is when you put that on a business card, it's sloppy. You should be able to put King of Websites and put all the icons, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. It should be one name, one spelling. And then also I book other designers. So, I don't do all the websites, and some designers like the way I talk, like the way I sell. So I sell for them as well. All right.
That's probably, so back to what you were saying about like having one name for everything. That's probably why you have such a large Instagram following too, because it's easy to find you.
Thank you. That's right. And then the last thing I had was the promo codes. I had a thank you slide and FAQs. And in the chat right now, everyone, I want you to drop your one takeaway from today before we move on to the Q&A. What's your one takeaway? If you could only pick one thing, what is that one thing? Drop it in the chat, okay? Alexa, back to you. See, we done it, right? We done it, right?
So one thing is we were wondering about your pricing structure. I know you were showing me that you have like some certain packages that you sell. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So I do $30 if you build it yourself. You can get the web builder for $30. I do $100 if you do it with us. So you go build it, and then we go in and clean it up, and it's $100 per hour. So you get one session for $100. Okay. Wait, am I still here, everybody? Am I still here, Alexa? The last pricing structure works like this. So if you want us to build it, right, it's $300 for one page. So we put everything on one page. We put everything on one page for $300. And then if you want multiple pages, right, we do $600 for 4 pages, which is just our standard information site. So you get home, about, services, and contact for $600. And if you want a shopping cart, if you are accepting payments, it's $600 and up. So the easiest way that I say anything to somebody on like the go is if you're accepting payments, $600 and up. If you're not accepting payments, $600 and down. That's how I do it. Our average website is about $1,500 after they add on everything that they want. All right. So that's
thanks for continuing on. My power went out, so I just joined a hotspot from my phone. So fingers crossed we can get through this.
Isn't God good? Isn't God good?
Did you see Donald Howard's question? He posted it like a half an hour ago. I'm not sure if you answered it while I was gone. He said, do you ever offer a monthly flat fee that entitles them to X amount of changes per month?
So the way we do our updates are like this. So I used to do that. I started off doing $30 a month, and then you can send in an hour's worth of work, right? Now what we do is we just keep it simple. It's $50 for 30 minutes, $100 for an hour. Whatever we can do in that time, we can do. We're live on the phone with the customer, so they know we're not just, you know what I mean, just sitting around not doing anything. We're sitting there, we're like, you know what I mean, we're doing everything live. So that's how I do it now. So $50 for 30 minutes, $100 for an hour. They can go to our website to book everything. And the last tip too that I want to throw in, I think it's really important for your landing page to be a link tree nowadays. Just because it's simple, it's straight to the point. A lot of people, you know, you never know how old they are, how savvy they are. Do they know those 3 lines? Is the menu up top or all that stuff? So I like to just, boom, you know, I just got the buttons, get you right where you got to go. But they all lead to different pages on the website. So that's how I do mine. So if you go to thekingwebsite.com right now, you'll see that I have a landing page.
Barrington asked a couple questions in the chat too. Do you add the hosting and domain in that rate? And do you maintain the back-end maintenance?
So I think I understand this question. So the hosting is separate, right? That's what GoDaddy. Like the domain is separate. That's what GoDaddy. So you'll go to my reseller store and check out. You see the prices there. The only time that we really do maintenance, again, we do $50 for 30 minutes, $100 for an hour. We have a few people that have like monthly, I guess, retainers or whatever. But we don't like to do that because what if we don't do no work and we're like charging the client for nothing? And then what if we do too much work? You know what I mean? So we don't really do it like that. Whenever you want to edit, you just go to the website, you'll submit a support ticket, or you can book an editing session, and we do it one session at a time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. It seems like a lot of people have questions regarding pricing and pricing structure. So maybe a good takeaway from this webinar is that for a future webinar, we can just talk about pricing and what is built into each pricing structure. So
look, she said, I agree. That's why I don't have a maintenance fee. Pay me when I work. That's right. Pay me when I work, everybody. Pay me when I work. You know, I got a wonderful work in a wonderful way. I do wonderful work for wonderful pay. You see, you feel me? You feel me?
I love your hype squad over there. I wish I had a hype squad. I already said that a couple times, but yeah, wishing I had one of those.
So I want to know everybody's one takeaway before we get off here. Please let me know your one takeaway that you're taking, you know, that you're going to sit there and say, man, I should have thought of that. Or, wow, I never knew that part. I need that one takeaway. That helps me, you know, to make sure I know what to tell the next group, right? Mm-hmm. So let me know your one takeaway. Always also texting the clients was a good one. Thank you very much. Always following up with your clients is a very good one. Vetting, yes, not accepting all payments, all money. Yes, all money is not good money. That's right. Setting the expectations up front. I love that. Yes, using the text strength. Yes, I love that. That's right. You lead your clients. Don't let them lead you. Get that money before that website is done. Holla at your boy. I like that. I like that. Okay, good. Yes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, work while on the phone. Okay, Cindy, I feel you. Including the retainer fee. You know, I never thought of that until I was like, yo, the customers are complaining. They're getting too many bills. They're getting a bill from me. They're getting a bill from GoDaddy. It's like, well, I'll just put it in there, you know? So yeah, that's great.
Having the process to find the contract, not the customer. That's something that I said earlier in the presentation too. Like you're so good at setting the expectations and then doing your step-by-step procedures and leading the client and not letting them lead you, which is amazing. Love
Right.
on
Thank you.
it's
And
simple
always
and effective.
yes. And yes, if they don't know what they want, you don't build a website. Listen, if a client comes to you and say, I don't know, well, I don't know. Come back when you know. That's important. Come back when you know. So yeah, it seems like everybody. Thank you so much for those takeaways. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, cool. I'm so glad that
and we made timing.
Yes, we did. We made timing. We had so much so many technical difficulties that we overcame today. So cyber high five, sir.
High five, my friend. Recognize some of those energy pills. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm actually happy that you said that because I told you I was gonna put my crown on, right? So I get my energy from God. I am happy to be alive, to have my hands, to be on here with GoDaddy. I am happy to have my team. I'm happy that the screen works. I can find all the reasons to be happy and to have this energy because you never know. Tomorrow's not promised. So you better celebrate, be excited, dance, jump around. Come on, guys. Jump around. Hey, right? We like being alive. We like being alive. That's right. I get all the energy from God, for sure.
This was like the funnest webinar that I have ever hosted in my entire life, and it's all due to you, sir. So hopefully we'll have you on a webinar in the near future. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us today, who hung in there through the technical difficulties. You guys were so fun in our chat. We love the back and forth between you guys and with us. It really helps keep the webinar lively. So we'll grab
for your work, because we did a lot of work in the back end and going back and forth and proofreading things. And I just want to tell you thank you, just in case nobody told you thank you today. And you know what? Just in case nobody told you they love you today, I love you today. Okay, Alexa?
Oh, thanks so much.
I love you today. And I love everybody in the chat if nobody told you that they love you today. For sure.
You're so sweet. All right. So we'll grab the recording. We have to splice it up because or maybe we'll just keep it the same.
So I'm gonna put so everything is Kingo websites. Like I said, one spelling, one name.
Keep it the same. Danielle said, keep it the same. King of websites.
And I'll put my personal one in here as well, which is my full name. Oh, I can't put an at because it's saying I'm atting someone. So that's my full name right there. And that's my radio one right there. You can find all of them on all the pages. They're like it's in the bio.
Cool. And then we'll have all of these recordings posted again on our YouTube channel, on the resource portal. I'll grab the slide deck from Sir and I'll post that. And if there's any follow-up questions, feel free to post them either in the community or in YouTube comments. You'll be able to find us. So yeah, thanks again for joining us. We had such a fun time. I had a really fun time. Sir, you just made the hour fly by.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. Now I have to like put some music on. You know, I gotta put some music on. Gotta put some music on the way out. Gotta put some music out. Let's go, baby. Everybody have an amazing day.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.